Chancellor, our occasional address will be delivered by Dr. Benjamin Isakhan, Research Fellow at Deakin Centre for Citizenship and Globalisation. Dr. Isakhan is an expert on Iraqi politics and is widely published on issues such as democracy in Iraq, Orientalism and the media, the history of democracy and Middle Eastern politics and history. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great privilege for us to welcome Dr. Benjamin Isakhan to deliver this afternoon's graduation oration.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. To the Chancellor, Mr. David Morgan, to the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jane Den Hollander, to the academic staff and other distinguished guests, to family and friends, and most importantly, to the Deakin University almost graduates of 2011. I'd like to start by thanking all of you for the very great honour and privilege of having me speak to you today. You know, it seems like it was only yesterday that I was sitting down there like all of you, eager and bright-eyed, wondering what the future would bring. I remember listening to some old guy rant on and on and on during his occasional address, giving a whole catalogue of his lifetime's achievements, which is something I'm not going to do for you today. And to be honest, I can't remember a single word that the guy had to say. So hopefully something that I have to say today will resonate with you and you'll be able to take something away. The truth is that I was buzzing with the excitement of graduation, something that I'm sure you can all feel. I was so excited and so nervous that I never really paused to reflect on the significance of this exact moment, my graduation and now your graduation. If there's one thing I would ask, it's that today at some point, please take the time to reflect on the significance of your graduation. This is a major lifetime achievement. I think there's three things you could consider when you're reflecting on today. Firstly, of course, this is a very old ceremony. It goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years, in which we welcome a whole new generation of scholars into the fold who have proven their commitment to hard work and their commitment to knowledge. Secondly, this is a chance to publicly acknowledge all of the hard work that you have put in, all of those late nights in the libraries and massive tall coffees that you've been drinking for the last few years to get through. This is to acknowledge all of the hard work that you've done. But it's also a chance to acknowledge all of the people that got you here, your friends and family, and your teachers as well. And I urge you to acknowledge all of them and give them your thanks today. But thirdly, and most importantly, this is also a rite of passage. This is the moment when you cross this stage here and your name is called and you receive your degree. This is the moment in which a very specific transformation will occur. In this moment, you will transform from student into graduate, from ordinary citizen into a leader of tomorrow. This, of course, brings with it great privileges. Graduation comes with power, it comes with prestige, it comes with a certain degree of status. But, and this is the very important flip side, graduation also comes with great responsibility. People will now come to you for advice. People will look to you for leadership, whether you like it or not. You will be expected to solve the many great problems that face our world today in order to create a brighter future. These are, I think, heavy burdens to bear and great challenges to meet. But I don't want any of you to get worried. Your education here at Deakin University has been rigorous and thorough. You now have at your disposal both the knowledge and the skills that you will need in order to meet the many challenges that lie ahead. It is absolutely critical that you continue to challenge yourself, and that you always strive to do the best that you can and to do something important with your life. I can certainly testify to all of this. Indeed, I wanted to share with you just a brief story about my journey since graduation. Like many people of my generation, as soon as I graduated, I fled Australia about as quickly as I could and headed to the United Kingdom. I found my way up into Edinburgh in Scotland. I landed myself a very good and very well-paying job. At just 23 years of age, I was working as a project manager for one of the UK's largest financial institutions. I was very good at my job, if you don't mind me saying so. I was well liked by my peers, and I was quickly climbing the corporate ladder. From the outside, I guess I appeared to have it all. I had money, I had success, I had prestige. I was living, if you like, the ultimate yuppie lifestyle. But the funny thing was that every Monday morning I would wake up and really not want to go into work. The truth is that while I liked the money and the lifestyle, I really didn't enjoy my job. It was boring, it wasn't challenging, and I didn't feel like I was doing anything important with my life. So for the first time I started to think about, what is it that I really want to do? Eventually, I decided that if I was ever going to find the answer to that very important question, I would have to step out of my comfort zone. I'd have to leave Edinburgh behind, I'd have to leave my job and my yuppie lifestyle and everything that went with it, and I'd have to get out and see the world. So I gave up all my worldly possessions, I packed a very humble backpack, and I set off across the globe for 3 of the best years of my life. I had never felt so free and so scared. The spirit of adventure was coursing through my veins, and for the first time I felt truly alive. I just wanted to tell you a couple of highlights about my travels very quickly. I picked grapes on a vineyard in France. I climbed up into the Himalayan mountains in Nepal. I saw the Great Pyramids in Egypt. I sped across Thailand in a tuk-tuk. I worked at archaeological sites in Greece. I rode a camel into the Sahara in Morocco. I watched the sunset at the Taj Mahal in India. I ate freshly made pasta in Italy, and I walked on the Great Wall of China. But the funny thing was, everywhere I went, people seemed to say the same thing, and it really struck me, and it's really stuck with me ever since. Everywhere I went, people said, "I wish I had your opportunities. I wish I could come to Australia and further my education or get an education," something that you've all been lucky enough to have. "I wish I had the opportunities that you have, and I wish I had the opportunity to do something great with my life." This really stuck with me, and it wasn't long before I realised that there was nothing wrong with my life in Edinburgh or my job there. It was just that I had become complacent. I'd stopped challenging myself, I'd stopped trying to seize opportunities, and I'd stopped trying to do something important with my life. So I decided, after much thought and much travel, to come back to Australia and to further my education and enrol in a PhD. From that moment on, everything fell into place. I was now on track, and I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. The rest is kind of history. As I said, I'm not going to catalogue to you my lifetime's achievements, but it's got me here and everything's gone well. Now, what I can honestly say is that I'm one of the lucky, very few people who wakes up on a Monday morning and actually is excited about going into work. As they say, find what you love doing and you'll never work a day in your life. What I'm getting at here is not so much how I feel on a Monday morning or a celebration of my travels or my achievements, but to indicate to you the kinds of things that you can achieve if you seize the opportunities that are right in front of you. So, as you cross this stage in a short moment and receive your degrees, please remember that this is not just any moment. This is the time you transform from student to graduate, from ordinary citizen into someone with both great privilege and great responsibility. To be honest, I'm jealous of every single one of you. My life is more or less mapped out now, but your journey is still ahead. I urge each of you to go forward and to seize every opportunity that comes your way with every ounce of your enthusiasm, and those opportunities will come. I wish you all the best in your chosen careers, and I congratulate you on this great accomplishment. Please take the time today to celebrate with your friends and with your family. Take time to relax over the Christmas and New Year festive season. You certainly have earned it. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Isakhan, for your address to the graduates here today, and thank you for your words, which I'm certain will be a source of inspiration and reflection. I note your comments about the role of today's ceremony in acknowledging your hard work and the support of families and friends of our graduates today. Especially, we value your reflections on the opportunities that education has given us and the responsibilities that we then take forward and our role as a leader now in the future of our societies. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in thanking Dr. Benjamin Isakhan.